Have you ever, as a child, wondered what the world would look like in the future? Would your life turn out as you imagined? Would you meet the one destined for you? I believe that at some point, all of us have pondered these questions. Our endless curiosity about the unknown future drives humanity to push the boundaries of science and imagination. And among our wildest dreams, the idea of traveling through time remains one of the most fascinating. Since ancient times, humans have dreamt of stepping beyond the present to change the past or glimpse the future. In 1943, French novelist René Barjavel presented the famous grandfather paradox. What happens if someone travels to the past and prevents their own ancestor from existing? Would they vanish from existence? Or would they create a new timeline altogether? This paradox struck deep at the heart of time travel theories, forcing many to question whether such a phenomenon could ever be possible. Yet, in 2016, a shocking discovery by NASA scientists reignited the debate. At the South Pole, they detected neutrinos, mysterious subatomic particles moving upward from the Earth, instead of coming from space. Not only that, but their spins and trajectories suggested that their experience of time could be backward. Could it be that at a quantum level, time flows differently? Could tiny exceptions like these hint at greater possibilities for time manipulation? This discovery immediately called to mind the sci-fi thriller Tenet, where future humans develop technology to reverse entropy, allowing objects and people to move backward through time. Could it be that someone, somewhere, already understands how to bend time's arrow? If time can flow differently at the smallest scales, could it be harnessed at the human level? Right around the same time, an extraordinary case surfaced, one that seems to blur the lines between fiction and reality. The story of Sergie Ponomarenko. In 2012, Ukrainian television reported on a man who seemingly traveled through time. It began in Kyiv, 2006. A man appeared on the streets wearing clothing decades out of style, confused, carrying an old-fashioned camera. When stopped by police, he presented identification, stating he was born in 1932 and he firmly believed the year was 1958. Assuming he was mentally unwell, authorities brought him to a psychiatric facility. There, doctors noted something strange. Despite his anxiety, Sergie showed no typical signs of delusion or psychosis. He calmly explained, on April 23, 1958, while taking photos, he spotted a bizarre flying object shaped like a bell. The moment he snapped a picture, he found himself suddenly transported nearly 50 years into the future. Imagine the sheer terror of realizing everything: the city, the cars, the people had changed overnight. Naturally, doctors remained skeptical. They developed the film inside Sergie's vintage camera, expecting to find nothing unusual. Instead, what emerged shocked them. Photos of Kyiv as it appeared in the 1950s. A portrait of Sergie himself, wearing the same clothes as when he was found. And a photograph of a flying object resembling classic UFO descriptions decades before UFO sightings became popularized. How could this be possible? As if that weren't strange enough, another anomaly occurred. All clocks within the hospital stopped at exactly 12:31 p.m. The moment Sergie entered, they remained frozen for over 30 minutes, only resuming after he left the room. Could his presence have disrupted the flow of time locally? Was it just coincidence or a manifestation of deeper physical phenomena? Authorities dug deeper into Sergie's background. The address he provided his supposed residence from 1958 no longer existed. And just days after his arrival, Sergie mysteriously vanished from the hospital without a trace. Security footage showed no exits. The only window was securely barred. It was as if he had simply evaporated into thin air. Further investigation revealed a chilling detail. Records showed a man named Sergie Ponomarenko had been declared missing back in 1978. The details didn't fully align, but witnesses, including an elderly woman named Valentina, confirmed knowing Sergie decades earlier. She even presented a postcard sent mysteriously in recent years depicting Sergie alive and well, with futuristic buildings in the background. The message was simple: "I am fine. I will return soon." Was it a forgery, a hoax, or undeniable evidence that Sergie had traveled even further into the future? Skeptics argue the postcard might have been photoshopped, noting inconsistencies in the background architecture. Yet believers counter. How could someone from the 1950s fake photographs featuring technology and cityscapes that didn't yet exist? If time travel is impossible, how do we explain the undeniable physical evidence? Is our understanding of time still too primitive? Similar cases abound. In 1954, a man appeared at Haneda Airport in Japan, carrying a passport from a non-existent country toward. Like Sergie, he later vanished under mysterious circumstances. There are whispers that time slips, alternate realities, and accidental crossovers happen more often than we realize unnoticed amid the chaos of daily life. Are there travelers among us right now, struggling to find their way home? Reflecting on Sergie's story, one cannot help but wonder, what if time isn't as linear as we perceive? What if, like space, it can be warped, folded, or even breached? Perhaps the real question isn't, is time travel possible? But rather, how many have already succeeded and what consequences did they leave behind? What do you think? Was Sergie Ponomarenko truly a time traveler? Or was he an elaborate myth crafted by human fascination? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through one of history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, sometimes the impossible is merely something we don't yet understand.